Good afternoon and welcome to InfoComm 2017. We're here on the NEC Display Solutions stand on their broadcast set, stand 1600. I have Danny Barr with me.
Thanks, Adrian. Thanks for having us today.
Danny is the president of the North America division of Intevi.
Correct.
So company's been around for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, we've had a long experience in the video industry, Adrian. US business setup, we're on our second year. Intevi is a 6-year-old company, formed in the UK originally to help transition people, moving into the IPTV space.
But we've known you a long time because you sold a business to AMX, so you've been around for about 20 years.
We did, been around for a long time, like many people here, of course, yes. But we sold a business called Endaleo to AMX back in 2003. One of the first companies during that AMX acquisition boom.
A pre-IPTV type company, was it?
Correct. When you always have aspirations that products are going to grow up and become something different than maybe they do. At Intevi, we've actually pulled together some of the key resources to make that happen, so we're very excited about that.
And how long have you been in New York now?
21 years now, coming up.
New York?
Yes, 21 years.
You've been in New York for 21 years?
Absolutely. Still got the Irish accent.
I thought you were going to say you've been in New York for like 2 years.
No.
Oh, okay.
So here a long time, you come for 6 months and suddenly you're here 21 years.
Okay, that's interesting. You shocked me there. I thought it was a little bit longer. But you guys are quite unique in this space because you sort of combine IPTV and digital signage into one thing. So you got some software and some hardware.
Correct. Yeah, what we find is that many companies have had solutions that address the IPTV space and many companies who address the digital signage space. And I think our customers are telling us that having a single platform to do both is something that they're asking for. And as we know with a lot of technologies today, IP-based technologies, AV over IP, is of course one of the buzzwords.
What markets do you typically sell into then?
I would say our key markets, especially here in the US, corporate, education and government, so no shock. And big deployments, again, where people want to use media. People often say that we are an infotainment company. We're providing entertainment through the IPTV piece. Right. Then we're also an information system because of the digital signage branding that we can provide.
Is it something that hotels would use, the hospitality industry would use?
It is, both in public spaces and in guest room. Of course, there's lots of competitors in different verticals that we play in. But yes,
But I'm sure that most listeners to this program would realize, or would see, that most of the hotel IPTV solutions are appallingly bad.
Yes.
I mean, they really are. I've stayed in lots of hotels and I haven't seen one that's any good whatsoever.
When you travel as much as we do, and you sit in a hotel room and try and tune into a good TV channel at night, it can be challenging. So absolutely, quality,
user interface
is key. So I think users are becoming more interested in maybe replicating some of the services that they have at home, Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV.
And some of the go-ahead hotels are starting to offer that service.
Absolutely.
So is that something you can do through your solution?
It's technology that we're going to be adding. Again, as you know, once you're on the network, you open up all sorts of opportunities. One of those, in fact, is the Raspberry Pi integration that we are demonstrating here at the booth.
I was going to mention that. You've been a big supporter of the Raspberry Pi since NEC launched it in October last year.
Yes, so NEC approached us last year prior to launch about incorporating our technology into the display. We are the only IPTV company who is currently providing an offering for them. So we were able to turn around, of course, prototype to be available at the show. But what we've seen over the last 7-8 months since that launch is obviously people understand that it has a competitive advantage against other display manufacturers. For us, single wire solution.
Because the compute module, you can plug in, upgrade if you need more hardware or more speed later on.
NEC play in a lot of the same markets that we do. So again, you talk about corporate, education, government. So for our clients who want a single wire solution to the display, that's fantastic.
And there's enough power in the Raspberry Pi for you to do it, the Pi 3?
There is. Again, as we are looking at it today, pretty much all of the functions that we provide with external platforms can be incorporated. One of the things that we've been able to do is take advantage of the control through the display using infrared remote controls, NEC remote controls. People always want to try and use full capabilities of the displays, and I think we've enabled that with our Raspberry Pi solution.
Right. So I could say that you're very excited about the Pi stuff that they've done.
Yes, it obviously allows us to more easily service clients who are using NEC hardware, order from a single location. Supply chain is much simpler. And now we've got a fully integrated solution.
So on the NEC stand, apart from the Raspberry Pi, which I guess nobody could see because it's embedded into a screen, what's the context you put your solution in?
So we are delivering here, showing again that corporate, education, or government environment where we're able to stream IPTV channels to the display, directly to the Raspberry Pi compute module. But what we do is we then provide the ability for the client to brand that digital display. So we're able to provide your own logo, RSS feeds, clever widgets that bring in weather and news and traffic and kind of the things that everybody
So they can very
wants.
quickly customize their own channel.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's having the video that you can brand, again, is a core part of our strategy. The market is telling us that people want to have the ability to watch live TV, but they don't want to be, I guess, accept not having their own brand or having their own message, communicating with the client, with whoever is watching the content. That's really what we enable, and the Pi Compute module makes that as easy as possible for the client, for our systems integrators. So yeah, we are very excited about it. It's got some good legs.
Good. Danny, thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate it, Adrian. Glad to be here, and we'll see you on the show floor.